Have you ever avoided looking at your bank account because you were afraid of seeing how much was actually in it? Or have you ever been afraid of jumping on the scale because you were afraid of how much you might weigh or how much you haven't lost? This is a super common pitfall I see, and the problem with it is that when we avoid looking at the information or the numbers that might be upsetting to us, we also avoid looking at the helpful information that might help us move forward in the future. I have a client who came in the other day, and she was coming in to take her in-body scan. And if you don't know what in-body is, it's a powerful tool that you can use. It's a scanner that will give you your body fat percentage, not just your weight, but also whether that weight is fat or muscle and how much. It'll tell you where that muscle is on your body and where you're accumulating it, where the fat is, how much water weight you have, and it's give you some insights on inflammation. So it's a really awesome tool that can give you so much information. So my client came in the other day, and she's been taking the scan every 2 weeks. And she came in the other day and she said, well, you know what, I've gained a couple of pounds, so maybe it's not really worth doing the scan. And so I was like, hey, let's do it anyway. She pops on there, and from the scan we find out that yes, she's gained a couple pounds, but those couple of pounds are all muscle. She's actually lost a percentage of body fat, and she gained 2 pounds of muscle and lost fat. Okay, so it was actually a victory, and she never would have known that if she continued to just simply believe that she wasn't making progress and avoid looking at those facts. So this is the thing. And now when we look at information, it's not always such a win and an awesome thing to find. But the thing is, we have to be able to train ourselves to respond to the new information that we get with a positive reaction. That's going to help us to continue moving forward. The problem with avoiding looking at our problems and what's actually causing them is we never get to find a solution. And most of the time, I see that they just keep getting worse. You know this, with relationships. If there's a problem in your relationship and you just avoid thinking about it and looking at what's causing it, will it get better? Will it stay the same? Or will it get worse? Typically, I find it just gets worse. So it's fear that stops us from looking at those numbers and looking at those specifics. But it's just a way that our mind will talk us out of doing the very thing that could give us our victory, give us that information we need to move forward. If we continue to avoid looking at the numbers or avoid testing where we're at and whether what we're doing is working, we'll continue to start and stop, because we'll never know how much progress is working, is happening, and we'll never know whether what we're doing is working or not. Remember, information is never a problem. Information can help us. It's how we respond to that information, the way we think about that information, that determines the outcome that we get. So I hope this inspires you today. I hope it inspires you to go out there and get the information you need, whether that's getting on the scale, whether that's getting on an in-body scan, like something that we have here, whether that's getting information from a specialist about maybe a knee issue or something else. Instead of being afraid of the future of what you might possibly have to do or what it might mean, remember, getting that information, yes, it could be like some work, but on the other side, not getting that information, ignoring it completely, could most likely means we're just gonna go down, 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 worse, worse, worse. It's never better that direction. It's always gonna be an opportunity for you if you look at that information. All right, I hope this helps you today to get out there and start doing the work and finding what it is that's gonna help you to move forward.